FKP. Today we're going to be talking about spotting scopes, my spotting scopes, and I'm going to tell you why they are set up the way they are. I'm not going to go into crazy detail about... No, I probably will fucking start rambling because that's how I do this. This is not the correct way to do this as far as I know. All my long-range friends always just talk shit to me about absolutely everything. And if you read the comments about me talking shit about ACOGs, I don't know how to shoot. Which might be true or really false. Can't explain it, but apparently I need training.
Worst case scenario, and you have to do it, just try to keep your head up. Just remember, always look for work.
So let's get this the fuck out of the way. Guys have asked me to do a video. Multiple of singular people have asked me to do a video about my spotting scope setup. I just got a new one, so I'm going to talk about that. I'm going to talk about Leupold customer service, and then my experience with that, and my experience with spotting scopes, and why I truly have them. Yeah, so let's jump into it. The first thing we're going to be talking about is this one that is right here, which is a Leupold Mk4. This is the Leupold Mk4 spotter scope. This actually has a reticle in it. It has a Horus H32, and it is inverted. So technically this is mounted upside down. And you can see that I have a bunch of goofy accessories on this motherfucker because apparently when you shoot long range, you need to have all the goofy accessories. So I'll be very honest with you guys. I've used this thing under night vision maybe once or twice. It's actually pretty fucking rad. The rest of the time it's daytime stuff. And because we will be talking about it being mounted with night vision, you can see that this has a Badger Ordnance cage, or whatever the fuck they call it, and you have the ability to attach all of your shit to it. Now, this one, the way that it is actually set up is I have, like I said, the Badger cage on it. I do have the scope cover on there because everything needs to have camo on it and hide when you're in the desert and you're sitting in front of a massive fucking van. So on the right side of this, I actually have a few things. I have the Delta Point Pro, which this battery is dead, but it does help to aim out and spot stuff, and you can kind of get your spotter in the right direction. Then I have a Kestrel. I forget what number this is. I'm sure it says somewhere on here. But I have the Kestrel in the mount hanging off the fucking side, which is just 1913. On the left side, I have a SIG Kilo 2400 ABS laser rangefinder. And I have the factory tripod adapter on here. And then a G&G 90 degree 1913 fucking mount with a Amazon tripod mount to Picatinny adapter, and that's how this sits on here. And then up front we have the flash kill, which really just works for me as a lens cap. And then on the top I have a Raid X E on here because this was just floating around. Typically, if I'm shooting mostly long range, and I need to have a faster, quicker laser rangefinder set up, I will put the Storm on here, or I'll put a Mars L. But for a long time, this is how my shit was set up. Now, depending for night vision, this has an arm that comes out, and you have the ability to mount your PVS 30 or your 24 LR up front. And I actually just had a guy reach out to me and show me his Mark IV spotter setup. And he actually had a PVS 14, and he had a, what's that thing called? A Trigicon, not a Reap IR, the other one. I don't know, a Skeet IR. He had a Skeet IR up here, and he had a white light, and then he had an illuminator as well on there for IR, which was super fucking rad. I've never actually seen that spotter set up that way, and I think it's probably one of the fucking coolest things. Now, again, this is my personal setup. This is how I operate my spotter for when I am in the desert. I'm shooting with all the homies, anywhere from 300 meters to 1,000, 12, 1,600, whatever. This is the spotter that I have been using, and within the last month, I actually had an issue to where it was really fucking windy. I was out in the dirt, and my tripod was kind of sitting awkward. It wasn't folded all the way out and locked out. Fell over, eyepiece fell, or it fell and hit eyepiece first. This eye box right here, the glass in the eye box, the eyepiece itself, actually fucking broke. So it cracked, and then I reached out to Leupold through their customer service. They told me to send an email. The email came back on an RMA with a label. I shipped this out, and I forgot about it, thought it was longer than the amount of time that I had said in my brain that it was sent out, and it came back really quick. I want to say it was 4-ish weeks. No questions asked. They repaired it. They replaced the whole eyepiece right here. This whole assembly comes out. Got new glass. Now my reticle is in the right place. It's not all cockeyed like it was when it fucking fell and ate shit, and we're good to go. So in that time, I actually I bought another spotting scope from a buddy, and I'm interested more so in this thing because of the size, and I have zero time behind it. I'm going to actually probably go and shoot out today and go and use it and, you know, get some time behind the glass. But the way that it shipped to me, how I received it, is how I bought it. I didn't search anything out. From my understanding, some of the stuff on this is actually pretty hard to obtain. And then it's got a LRF on it, which is rad because I wanted to try one of these. I didn't really want to put it on my gun, but I'll accept it to be on my spotter. So let's talk about that thing. So this is the new spotting scope that I actually just got, and I bought it used, so don't get too crazy with me. This is going to be the Bushnell Elite Tactical LMSS version 2. Don't ask me what the difference is between the two, because I have no idea. And I'm sure it's something goofy like this throw lever or some other shit like that. But it does have a tremor in it, and I believe it has a tremor 4. I'll have to add that to confirm. But it does have a tremor 4 in it, which is super rad. You can see the form function of this thing is pretty small, especially without the Impact 4000, which is made by Vortex. You can see that it's got Mongo's fucking forehead on it.
We got this one kid, Mongo. He's got a forehead like a drive-in movie theater, but he's a good shit.
The rest of the stuff that is on this, which is pretty simple, is this is another Badger, not a chassis, but this is the rail kit. So you can see that it has the handle on the top. It has the rails on the side and the bottom, so you have the ability to mount it in a tripod. This thing's actually pretty rad. Oh, it also has this extension rail, so you can run a PVS or a thermal or whatever other shit on it, which is pretty rad. I actually do like this thing. It's super small. It is textured, so you have the ability to not slip when you're covered in maple syrup. The eyepiece is rubber. The throw lever actually mounts. It's dovetailed, so you can slide this on or off. I'm guessing, yep, that's exactly how that is. And this is going to be an 8 to 40, which the same with the Leupold, right? This is a 12 to 40. So this is going to be a little bit better for closer stuff if you truly need the 8, but 8 to 40 is pretty fucking rad. I think the mechanism on it actually feels pretty fucking smooth. And apparently this Badger kit for the rails is pretty hard to obtain. No idea. I forgot these existed. So that's the fucking setup on the Badger. I do want to really get some time behind the Vortex. I think this is going to be a good setup. I do need to build out some data and figure out. I think I should be able to push from AB Quantum to this, and then should be pretty simple since I already have all that data for the guns that I shoot built, or I'll build new data and push it to this and see how it works. But so far, I'm impressed with the build quality, especially from Bushnell, because most people think of Bushnell for like really cheap optics. They do have some higher end stuff, and I think that, and I hope that this will prove that they do make really good, solid, decent shit. This is my first Vortex fucking piece of kit, so hopefully it doesn't bum me out too much, other than, like I said, the Mongo size forehead that is up on this thing. So FKP, super brief spotter chat. I guess it was bound to happen, and it only makes sense because I just got a new piece of kit. So FKP, don't chase women, chase fucking money. Let's get big and strong. Trying to lose the money gut, but we're gonna do it. Summer's here.